campus where I studied engineering. I got my VA and master's, and Trondheim is recognized as a student city in Norway, and these are the majority of foreign exchange students, Norwegians from other cities and towns come here to study technology. So there you go. I am just reminiscing my memories. And here is the dormitory, but I lived in my own place, so I didn't need to live in dormitory. So here you do your research, lots of research. I was focused solely in the studies. I didn't do anything. I mean, during the weekend everybody went out. I was studying because my courses were very difficult and I had a full-time job. I had responsibility for 3 municipalities in Norway at the labor department. So I had to take ferries to come here and study. So I had a full-time job and was a full-time student. The dean of our department really respected me because of my language abilities. He knew some Chinese. So sometimes we discussed about Chinese and he asked me how to write this, how to write that in Chinese. Great man. I don't think he still is there. So still in TNU. I ate there. It's a restaurant between hours. So my life was working and studying, nothing else. And the same years since I had a full-time job, I was able to reduce unemployment by 10% after 10 years in labor department, employment department. Oh yeah. I was the only one at the office because it was a small office. There was a colleague, very lovely lady, Gerd, and she was 50% employed, and I performed her tasks as well because she was sick most of the time. I loved her. She was like my mother. Here. So, yeah. And we used to play over there. Football, European soccer. I can't go over there because there is no place to stand. You see? So, yeah. And I didn't take credit for me being able to reduce unemployment after 10 years over there. Not that I worked there 10 years, but after looking at the indicators and the statistics, they said, oh wow, we have reduced it. They asked me how did you do it? They thought maybe I was cheating something with the indicators. I said, voila. I showed them the courses I created for unemployed, which helped them to get jobs. There were some of them were PhDs. I did many things. Trainee programs I created because we had in our department It was given a budget to us. And it was one day a guy came to the office and he said that he has an idea. I asked, what is it? He said, there is no boat around the fjords, and I'm interested in creating tourism. And back then I was running this website, Trondheim Travel Guide. Oh my God, I didn't do any promotion. I got so many inquiries from foreign countries to come, and they wanted me to help them with touring and stuff in return for payment, but I couldn't because I had a full-time job and full-time study, so I couldn't do that. Yes, of course you can do that. I provided some marketing strategies and some guidance, and I talked to my boss about it. He agreed, so we helped him to run his small business, meaning running tourism and tourist attraction in Fosen areas, and they were connected through fjords. This is one of those examples. We had some Germans came for fishing, doing business. I helped them out. They couldn't speak language, Norwegian or English, or it was only German. So, and I mean, the very first day when I worked there, nobody wanted to use me. I was too young. They thought I was too inexperienced. They had no idea when I was 20 years old in China, I was teaching to postgraduate and undergraduate students. They had no idea that I was helping textile company and communist party to expand their business in Mauritius. In French, we say l'île de Maurice. And I was working for them in Northeast China. So, and I was only 20. And the Chinese government said, don't tell them your age. And by then I was fluent in 5 languages, and it was very rare. There was no Google Translate, no AI, no nothing, no shit. And I remember we sat around the table eating, and there were Russians, Ukrainians, Germans, French, Chinese. We all sat together and were eating dinner. So I had to translate between the languages for them. My food got cold. See, they didn't know, but it didn't put me off. I tried very hard for them to get a job. I cared for them. I could have just like any other NAV in Norwegian consultant, just take my salary and give a F to unemployed people. Not that all of them are like that, but the majority are like that. I cared for them. And you know why? When I got my degree, I decided to move back to Trondheim because I was living in Fosen. And they didn't want me to go. I resigned because I wanted to pursue my PhD degree. They said, you have a job here. We did a great favor for you to let you be full-time student and get your engineering degree. But you can't do that, so I resigned because of pursuing education. Did I make a mistake? No, that was my path. My job was done. God didn't want me to be there anymore. So, yeah. Anyway, from education, still NTNU is over there. this is my surroundings. And I hope that this video was helpful for you. I'm going to show you more stuff later. Alright? Have a lovely day, guys. Mwah.